The old farmhouse stood sentinel against the bruised twilight sky, a skeletal finger pointing towards the encroaching darkness. I'd agreed to house sit for my cousin, a favor I was rapidly regretting. The house itself was isolated, miles from the nearest town, and the only company was a hulking, scarred German shepherd named Brutus. Brutus was a good dog, loyal and protective, but his sheer size and the unnatural stillness he often possessed were unnerving. Tonight, the stillness felt heavier. I was in the living room, attempting to lose myself in a book, but my gaze kept drifting to the uncurtained window. The moon, a sliver of bone, offered scant illumination. Brutus lay by the hearth, a dark, breathing lump. Suddenly, his head snapped up. A low growl rumbled in his chest, a sound that vibrated through the floorboards. I followed his gaze. Nothing, just the skeletal trees clawing at the sky. "What is it, boy?" I whispered, my voice tight. Brutus didn't respond, his eyes fixed on the darkness beyond the glass. He stood, his massive frame rigid, and padded silently to the door. He didn't bark, didn't whine. He just stood there, a statue of unwavering vigilance. A faint scratching sound, like dry leaves skittering across wood, reached my ears. It was coming from the back of the house. Brutus let out a soft, guttural whine, a sound of pure dread. The scratching stopped, replaced by a slow, deliberate thudding, as if something heavy was being dragged. I grabbed the heavy fireplace poker, my knuckles white. Brutus pushed his snout against the door, his growl deepening. The thudding grew louder, closer. It was moving along the side of the house, towards the front. Then, silence. A suffocating, absolute silence that was more terrifying than any noise. I edged towards the front door, Brutus a silent, coiled spring beside me. A shadow detached itself from the deeper darkness of the porch. It wasn't human. It was too tall, too elongated, with limbs that bent at impossible angles. Its eyes, if they were eyes, glinted with a sickly, internal light. Brutus lunged. The sound of his ferocious roar was a primal blast in the oppressive quiet. I saw a flash of movement, a grotesque silhouette recoiling. Then, a piercing shriek ripped through the night, a sound that was not animal, not human, but something ancient and unholy. Brutus backed away from the door, whimpering, his hackles still raised. The shadow was gone. I peered through the glass. The porch was empty, but on the warped wooden planks, something smeared, a viscous black liquid that seemed to writhe in the moonlight. Brutus nudged the door with his head, his body trembling. He looked at me, his intelligent eyes filled with a fear I'd never seen before. He knew. He knew what had been out there, and he knew it was still out there, waiting in the suffocating darkness. The dog had seen something I couldn't comprehend, something that had driven him to the brink of madness. And I was trapped in the house with him, the poker feeling like a child's toy against the encroaching terror.